Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to be talking about some trading targets for round 9 now. I'm going to start with one of the possible cash out options being Kai O'Donnell. So nothing really to look at on his profile. Only thing to see is you can pick him up in the second row forwards. Obviously he's going to be sitting on your interchange, so it's not going to make too much of a difference, but just important to know just in case you have someone that misses out on playing this week. So he's going to be on the bench, replacing CSL Leola and Emre Gula. So he should get some decent minutes. Gula played good minutes. Obviously scored really well for a bench forward. So will he be able to do that? We aren't sure at this point. It's obviously a bit of a speculation play, but if he's someone that does need to cash out to trade out a mid-ranger into a keeper, then he's definitely someone who you should consider putting into your team. Obviously, a lot of people don't have many trades, so just be careful getting a guy that you haven't seen play yet. Which moves me on to the guy that I think you should wait and see. Watch him play is Luke Thompson for the Dogs. Obviously hasn't played a game yet. He's going to be taking over for Adam Elliott in the 13 jersey. From what we've heard from what he played in the Super League, was he someone who played about 50 minutes. So, for him to come in at 450k, if he's playing 50 minutes, he has to be one of the top line guns, scoring a point a minute or better for him to be worth it. Like, he has to be scoring 45 plus for him to be making money. And I feel if you're going to be bringing him in, if he's playing the lock forward position, he will get dual positions in the next run in round 12. So front row forward, second row, which will be nice. But if you're going to be bringing him in, you want to be bringing him in as a keeper, so a potential keeper. Obviously, at 550, you want him to be averaging over 50 and flying. So I personally will be waiting to see if he can do that. There's every chance he won't. There's every chance he's not James Graham in his prime, but he could be. And if he is, perfect. If you bring him in now and he is great, you might have saved yourself 20k, but really not that important in the grand scheme of things when you can just wait and make sure. If he's a flop, then you've just wasted a trade. So just keep that in mind. Hudson Young, a few people have spoken about him, 42 and 80 minutes, pretty much what he had in round 7 without the extra time. So people are asking, is he worth it? My thoughts is no. You look at his total meters gained, 64.93. Chances are he isn't going to get a lot of tackle breaks. So unless he runs a really good line and scores a try, I think 42, 45 is his ceiling. Only good thing is he does make a lot of tackles, but did miss 4 last week. So have that as you will. So 476k. Again, is he going to make a lot of money? Probably not. Like, he could get to 600k. And, that being his ceiling, and then you're going to have to trade him out. So it's 2 trades to get to a keeper. For those that have 12, 10, 11 trades, I don't think he's worth it. If you've got him, then I think he'll gain a little bit of money. Obviously, now that 23, the average is increasing with the 53 and 42, he's now going to gain a little bit of money the next bit. Just keep that in mind. I probably wouldn't be bringing him in myself. Moving along, someone I'm more interested in I've had a few questions about, do I bring in RFM or do I bring in Hudson Young? And my call is RFM. So round 4 and 5, 45, 44, then he's gone 51, 55, and then obviously scored a try to get 70. So without the try, he's sitting in the high 40s to 50. Is that good enough? I'd say so. At his price, it's good enough. I think he can average 50 over the rest of the season. And if his current average is 42, which means he's priced low, and you can see by his 55k rise, he's finally up making money now. He's 32k up on his starting price. If he averages 50, he's going to be close to a 700k player. If he does average that, he's probably an 18th man at best. 17th, 18th man, averaging about 50. And now that Elliott's out, who knows how that looks, what Luke Thompson does. Does he play big minutes? We don't know. Just keeping that in mind. But he does have a little bit of price, a little bit of room to go up in his price, and he's scored really well over the last 3 weeks. So, think about that, guys, if you want him in your team. Personally, won't be bringing him in myself, as I'm trying to really just downgrade and upgrade, and I've got a few players I can do that with, to get keepers. So that's that one there. Carl Lawton's another one that a few people have been talking about this week. Obviously, he played 80 minutes last week in the second row, scoring 56. So played really well. 49 tackles, couple of tackle breaks, 90 metres. Awesome. And this week he's starting in the 13 jersey, so who knows if that changes on game day. Only thing to think about with him, guys, is Jazz Tavanga's on the bench, and most likely will come in and play 13 when he's ready. So probably won't be this week. It might be this week. Probably won't. Should be next week, and Lawton will be the one to make way. He's also played a bunch of games in the centre. You can see he sits on the bench and plays. He played 14 minutes as a game. He played 23 minutes. He's got a 30-minute game. So there's every chance that he gets moved back to the bench or to the centres and doesn't score very well and starts losing your money again. He's not right at basement price, so I'd say it's a no from me. And with him only being in the hooker position, obviously there's a chance he can be a dual position player, but yeah, not someone that I'd be looking to bring in. Someone asked me just before if Blake Lawrie is a keeper now that he's got dual position. Looking at those minutes, definitely not. So since round 1 and 2, I was talking about him. I said, look, he might be a decent option playing in number 13 jersey. Since then, he got moved back to the bench and has not played more than 44 minutes. Obviously, on the weekend, he got 52 in his 44 minutes. It was a pretty perfect game. 137 metres, 40 tackles, 2 misses with a tackle break. That's his ceiling. He's only going to get highs of 50. He has to have a point per minute, crazy PPM to hit 50, and I don't think he's a keeper. And he's already priced, at his peak. So that's a no from me on Blake Lawrie. And then we have Fermer. So Bo Fermer made his start on the weekend. He actually got 2 line breaks, 4 tackle busts. But for someone that had made 37 tackles and 6 missed tackles, I don't believe he's someone that you should be bringing into your team. He's been moved into the centres. Tyrone Peachy's back on the bench. There's every chance that Peachy plays centre. They're losing at the moment, so they're making changes every week, like 2-3 changes in the back line. Fermer could play in the centres this week and then be dropped next week. Who knows? They got Sam Stone in the second row now. There's so many unknowns in that Titans team at the moment, and he's 40. He's already gone up 40k. He's 40k overpriced for a cash out. And again, he's in the second row forwards when you can get a bloke like O'Donnell who has a little bit more security with Soliola and Gula out for 40k cheaper. With Fermer, he'll probably gain a bit. Obviously, he's got a 56 in his score. If he does play 3 to 4 games, he's going to gain 100k, let's say. Then what are you going to do with him? Is he just going to sit there? If you don't trade him or trade him down or upgrade him, the money he's earned means nothing. So it's a trade in, trade out scenario. And for people who don't have many trades, I'd say stay clear. If you brought him in, then awesome, you got a good score out of him. But other than that, it's a no. Yeah, Benny Hunt. Let's finish with Benny. So, what we've got here, I spoke about a little bit in the team list chat. So, since he's moved to the hooker position off the bench, he's got 2 good scores. So, he scored a try in that first one, got 60 in 58 minutes. Then, I feel like this is going to be more his standard point scoring. So, 30 and 57, 29 and 58. Obviously, got 59 on the weekend. But when we look at it, he made a line break, which gave him a few tackle breaks. So for him in that position at, close to 60 minutes, he's averaging sort of 35 tackles. He does miss a lot. Like he had 9 misses that first one. He's had 3, 4, and 1 since then. So this game on the weekend, this 59 and 59 minutes, is an outlier for him without scoring a try. And I'd expect, now that he's going to play 80 minutes at hooker, closer to 40 average. 40 to 45 average. So he's not a keeper, just straight out. I did the video on halves the other day, and him at that price point, you get Mitchell Pearce, which he doesn't have to do too much, just have a normal game, and he can average in the 50s. So Benny Hunt is a no on my radar. So there you go, guys. That's the trading targets. Let me know if there's anyone that you are interested in bringing in. If you're not, if there's someone I didn't cover that you want to bring in, please let me know in the comments. And enjoy the videos, guys. There should be one coming out tomorrow where I'm going to I'm going to talk about the wing fullback position and who are the keepers there. I'm getting a lot of questions about that, and obviously Ponga, Best, these kind of guys struggling. So something to think about there, guys. If you enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe, and I'd love to see you in the next one.